All right, the Bullet Motorsport. Oh, Jesus. Bah! Welcome to another episode with the Bullet Motorsports team. Today we're going to pick top 10 crappiest cars that we could think of in 1 minute. So what we did before this podcast started is we sat down and brainstormed for 1 minute exactly and selected 10 cars. Some are controversial, some are definitely on the list. And what we're going to do is go through them, talk a little bit about them and why we chose them. And we're going to enjoy some pepper jelly sauce today because last week's hot sauce kicked my butt, and doctor recommendations said no. So jelly, we're getting jelly and crackers.
So excited.
Oh no, we didn't see that coming.
By the way, the order that we're going in the cars is not in any specific order.
No, we just were naming off cars for 1 minute, and then we decided on
But
these.
the first one's the one we hate the most. The rest is not in particular order, but number one is the most hated car.
Why don't you tell them what number one is?
Nah, man.
I
It just
kinda
because
like that car.
talking about it just gets me so pissed off. All right, I'm talking right to you at the camera here, right here. Look.
Tell 'em.
Pontiac Aztec and its ugly cousin, the Buick Rendezvous.
They should have spelled it with two S's.
Rendezvous. Yeah, because it makes me so angry. Like I look at it, I'm like, just visibly frown.
I like that car
Why?
because it was in Breaking Bad.
Oh, yeah, he did have that car.
Yeah, it
I
was
hate
the
that
main
thing.
car.
You know what other car makes me frown? The Isuzu Vehicross.
Oh, the Vehicross is awesome.
I like that.
See, now
I love that
questioning
car.
your
Those are
judgment.
very,
Oh,
very
so
cult.
much
They have a
fun.
They're
cult
super
following.
culty, yeah.
Yeah, it's
You
like
know,
a-
the
it's like a-
Element was a competitor for the Aztec, and everybody loves the Element.
Yeah,
I
Element's
guess because
awesome.
of Honda
it's like
motor.
a sidekick.
What's like the PT
Well, dope. He almost
Hold on.
gave away another
physical
one of the
therapy?
cars.
Physical
Hold on.
therapy.
Why do
PT.
we hate
Physical
Pontiac
therapy.
Aztec?
Because have you seen it?
It's hideous.
It looks like a.
Looks.
It looks like
funny,
the
but that's
the
it.
Tesla Cybertruck, but from the era.
That is a special kind of ugly.
We didn't even put that on the list. We should have put
Because
that on the list.
it's on
But
its
you know
own
what?
list.
I like this.
It's starting to grow
looks.
on me. I saw a modified one not too long ago
It's
online.
starting to grow on
and it
you,
was like
a fungus.
yeah, kind of. I mean, almost looks like a Urus.
That
You
guy
really hate the
whistling
Cybertruck?
diesel tested one
I
out.
despise it with every passion of my being.
So what we did is we
Look,
pulled up
hate it.
on Classic.com, which follows every single price point and sale number, essentially these cars. One of them we couldn't even pull up because it's that bad. But the Pontiac Aztec recent sales numbers, can you guess it? I don't see any. Oh, there's one that sold for $10,000, but the most recent sale number was $3,600 on Cars and Bids.
And that's $3,600 too
That was
much.
June 10th.
Yeah.
24.
And you have
Yeah.
to buy it in yellow.
Yes.
I always saw that red, that gaudy, like guards red. But we know that's not a Porsche.
They
right?
produced the Pontiac
know.
Aztec from 2001 to 2005, and it used a 3.4-liter V6 that was paired to a 4-speed autotragic transmission, and they had both rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive. They also had a camper variant, which you can
Rear-wheel
see. I'm
drive.
sure we'll show you this on the screen. But your average sale number was $6,000. The lowest sale was $3,600, which just happened, and that had 100,000 miles.
You know, the existence of a rear-wheel drive Aztec
Nope. Don't say
means
it.
there could be a drift Aztec.
Oh, Steve, why'd you have to go and ruin it? Like, we were doing just
That would
fine.
You put the same motor you had in your Buick 3.8 supercharged.
Or you K-swap it.
Why are you guys entertaining any of this? Have you seen
What's-
it's an ass.
K-swap.
Why don't you pick our second choice?
Okay. So our second choice is everybody's favorite car to hate on, the Mustang 2.
Yep.
Like, the Mustang is already drunk. Why they gotta make a second
don't start.
one?
He's just a Chevy guy. He likes Mustangs too.
I'm
He
gonna
just
be-
told me he wanted to keep the Cobra we have.
All right.
You like the Mustang 2?
Oh my! It looks like
That's where that funky boss comes from. That weird boss 302 comes from that era.
It's a Mustang also.
I like, yeah.
it's not. It was when emissions were horrendous. They still bring fairly good money for what it is. They're like at the basically I would say generation 1 price points now. So in 2015 you could buy a nice 65 for probably 20 grand. That's what they're going for. The most recent sale was 19.5. That was on Bring a Trailer with 27,000 miles. It had nice stripes on it.
Who is buying
It is.
a Mustang?
Maybe
Dude.
it is growing on the community.
I mean,
but
it's so
honestly,
ugly. I
don't
guess
like
people like it.
Oh, it's
It was a
Correct.
Cobra. That's why. It was a Cobra 2.
Cobra 2. No, it's a Cobra 2.
Mustang 2, Cobra 2. It's a Mustang
We'll
also.
give you a little bit of history on these.
Cobra.
So
Cobra as well.
This was a second generation. It was produced in 1974. They came with 3 choices of engines. You had the 2.3 liter, the 2.8 liter, and then the V8, which was a 4.9, which is the 5 liter, essentially. This was the most hated Mustang of all generations.
Did we ever sell one of these?
No, I've never sold one.
Why would you do that?
Because that would mean you'd have to buy one.
I don't think we've ever on this list. I've only sold one of the cars on this list.
Okay.
Yep.
So we'll get to it.
We'll get to it.
So number 3 on the list, and if by the way, if you guys are thinking of a car that we missed on this list, please leave a comment below because that'll tell us that we're wrong about something or right. Number 3 is the Chrysler TC by Maserati. So basically, these are the K cars. That was the LeBaron of the time. Front wheel drive. They used it in the Planes, Trains, and Automobiles movie. Was that when the deer?
I think.
When they had it, they put a deer in the back and then it came to life.
Oh no, that's Black Sheep.
Oh yeah, Black Sheep. Yes. Oh yes.
I have zero knowledge about this.
Oh,
car,
we'll
by
put the
way.
video
I have zero
on.
knowledge
Chris
about
Farley.
Chris Farley.
No.
And then
Never
they,
seen
they,
Black
they,
Sheep?
they thought they killed a deer, so they put it in the back of the car, and then it wakes up and destroys everything. The legs are going through the top.
So I'm talking
Then
about.
the
It's not
car
kinda humor.
catches fire,
Yeah, on
and they
fire?
continue to drive it. Yeah, that's exactly what
Great
this
movie.
car was like.
Okay.
Let's see what the sale
The
results are
LeBaron
on
is
this.
also in
Can I see
Seinfeld.
what
It's
this
also
car
in
looks like? I have
Seinfeld.
no idea.
It's a LeBaron, like a Chrysler LeBaron.
It's from Seinfeld. It's what.
I have a Maserati, but it's not.
No, it's what. What's his name drove? Remember that George bought it?
No.
What's the guy's name? Yeah. Is the he
It's
said
pretty
it was a famous guy.
It is pretty ugly. Corinthian leather, anybody?
Rich Corinthian leather. Quick.
So they produced this car from 90 to 91. Thank God it ended in 91. They did have a pretty cool motor in there. So it was a 2.2 liter turbocharged engine, so 4-cylinder turbo. Those did have potential. They used those in the Mosler.
They actually used that in the actual LeBaron too. They had a LeBaron turbo with that
It
engine.
was John Voight's car in Seinfeld.
Yo, you looked it up?
John Vought.
John. Hey man.
So wait, what did they brand this car with? It was Chrysler.
It had a Maserati symbol on it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
And they had the two-tone flip-flop with the wood on the side. Remember? Why they did that?
wow.
Who were they fooling?
So
You
the
know
most
that's not real
recent
wood,
sale
right?
was July 15th. They
Veneer.
sold one with 27,000 original miles for $5,200.
It was
$200
automatic
too much.
as well, so.
Yeah, they do make a manual transmission to 5-speed as well.
Oh, so you want you want to have fun while you're going ugly? Jesus Christ! It's like, look, man, I know the car is ugly as hell, but at least you can have a good time doing it.
You want to pick? Tell us the next one.
All right. Well, the next one, I kind of agree with. It's not the best looking Jaguar, and most
Jaguar.
Jaguars are electrical nightmares. But is the '90s Jaguar XJ, the long roof,
XJ.
long hood,
12.
GT
XJ12. Yes.
V12.
That's the I've purchased a lot of these. That's the one that I've sold on here, and every single time I buy one, the person that buys it puts a LS in it. The V12s are just notorious for having a wiring harness that rats would eat, and also the fuel injection system was a nightmare.
Well, it's a British car. I mean, so the electronics are.
I
Just,
think it's a pretty car, but the mechanicals.
I think it's
a good looking car.
I seen that car for the first time at Mecum recently.
So
they're
they
just
they
junk.
produced
Caught
it
my eye.
from 1991 to
threw
96
it?
for the iteration of the XJS, but it was still produced from 1976 to 1996. They produced 115,000 units over 20 years.
Popular car.
When I was growing up, there's a guy in Sky Lake that used to drive by on the way to school. He had 4 of them, like coupes and convertibles.
Was that in case one was broken?
I don't know. They never moved, but he had 4 of them, white, brown, and 2 of them were like that maroon color. And they were just parked in front of his house, and they were there forever. And then one day they would disappear.
They were broken.
There's a guy that lived in my old neighborhood, and he had that for that reason. He had a whole driveway full of Jags, and parts from one would make the other one run, and parts from
Yeah.
one would
How
make
were
this
these
one.
on power?
They're
made
pretty
like 7
underpowered for a
horsepower.
V12.
I think it was
for
like
horsepower-
two something.
Yeah, it's in the 200s.
Yeah, they're pigs.
Someone can tell us in the comments. But the most recent sale was a 1990 XJS, 36,000 miles, 11.5. That was on Hemmings auctions.
Y'all out here making decisions.
No, I got in trouble. My phone went off.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
You know, we should start a fine system. $2.
$2.
$2.
What's the next one, Emil?
Oh, I like this one. Not like I like it, but like
The legendary.
the legendary Chrysler Physical Therapy Cruiser, PT Cruiser. But you know, it's funny though. Like the Chevy variant is kind of cool.
The HHR.
The HHR.
Yeah.
Because they made like a
They had
cool-
the SS
Look
the
exactly-
SS
the
version.
version of it. What?
How does it look?
It looks like
Like a
if-
panel wagon.
If the
Yeah.
PT Cruiser wasn't ugly.
But it had a horrible motor in it.
Yeah, but it had the Ecotech. You could buy the SS with the Cobalt SS motor in it.
Uh-huh.
But
They had the supercharged one, and then they
The last ones
the
were
first
turbo.
year was supercharged, then they went to turbo.
The last years were turbo, and they're like you could make them like they had no windows in the rear. Remember? They're cool.
I sent you guys a picture of a black one I saw on the road.
Yeah, you
Dump
did.
exhaust, like drag slicks on it, the drag
This
radials.
car had almost a 10-year run. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The PT Cruiser was everywhere.
Oh,
dude.
They did. They
got
were
eaten up.
fast. They had the SRT4 motor in them.
Yeah,
The
And you can
2.4.
get them in 5-speed. Basically same driveline
Yep.
as the SRT4,
And it had-
which was a great
but it had
sports car.
if you bought the PT Cruiser, I think it had rear power windows all the way around instead of only in the front like the other. Like the Neon.
So this
It's just
this
ugly.
car came out, or like this was the first car to come out that was that modern retro style. Like this
Yeah.
kind of spawned that whole movement where
When
they
the
started
Charger
making
came
cars
out,
look
yeah.
like older versions
The
of
Charger
cars.
came out. They were doing all those old revivals. My buddy, one of my best friends, Elliot's uncle, had
Like-
one of these in purple.
Oh,
Yeah, like
the
I was gonna say
2.4
this in the
convertible
this
that
in the
used to ride.
Prowler just got that whole
What if
movement
they
going.
messed up so bad with that car. The
Yeah, there was
Prowler.
only
all
one
it needed was a
PT
V8.
All it needed was a V8.
There was only one PT Cruiser that I actually liked that I've ever seen. It looks similar to this.
That's
That's
Most
not
drives.
a PT Cruiser.
Yeah, the
It's got
panel,
like a
the panel
race
size,
car.
you could buy them like that.
But,
No, not a PT
Yeah,
Cruiser.
they made a panel side version too. Towards the
Oh
end.
wow.
did they make an SRT version of it?
Yep.
Yeah, that
it
was-
wasn't called
No,
SRT though.
no, it was just
Yeah.
the turbo.
It was just a turbo motor.
Yeah.
Motor.
You know, you rented these out. I had this
The
for a rental
GT,
car,
right
and it was a turbo variant.
Yeah, you're right.
This is the car that every single person at a car show would have every single decal they could buy and every single chrome wrapping in their engine bay.
Do you remember that? It's a couple,
That's
like
got to be illegal.
maybe like 10, 15 years ago.
AutoZone special.
Weston Chrysler. If you bought the Chrysler Aspen, which was their version of the Dodge Durango, you got a PT Cruiser for free.
Whoa.
What a deal!
That's a
Throwing them
freaking
out the door.
steal. No,
What's-
because nobody wanted the damn thing.
Two boxes for the price of
I'm
one.
telling you, bro. It's the great American dream.
By the way, if you need assistance selling one of these cars, we can help you out. I mean, that's what we do here.
Well, not one of
The ones
these cars.
The ones we're talking about are not yours. We're talking about other people's cars. If you have one of these, yours is the best one we've
They're
ever
cool.
seen.
Yes.
And we would love to sell
And
it.
you're not. I'm not gonna say it, but yeah, it's cool. You should call us to sell it.
Well, actually,
Number below, number below.
There are a couple. There are a couple on here that if you do have,
Yeah.
give us a call because
Yeah, we can help you. There is one that is in particular
There's one for
that we
sure.
can definitely take out.
Actually, you know what? If you have a yellow or red Pontiac Aztek, please reach out to us. Please, please, please.
I
I'm not saying we're gonna buy it,
I want to.
but I want to
No,
know who
no.
has these things. Like
Who still has a
who
running
still
one?
has
They
one?
probably have all the service records.
Oh, for sure. It goes on forums.
Let's go to the next one. What do we got?
Okay, so now we have a H3 Hummer.
That was
that
the
was-
joke of the lot.
That was essentially a Trailblazer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a rebodied Trailblazer,
Those things
and
were
it had
so bad.
and it had the straight six in it,
Yeah.
and it was just so.
Like, you want to waste
bad.
gas in a car that's just slightly less smaller? Here you go.
They
It's
did do
free.
some
it's-
with the swap of V8. You could get a swap
Oh, yeah?
for a V8. Yeah.
And it's like they shrunk the body, but they left the fenders the same size as the H2. So it was just like
Then they had the H3T.
it looked like a car that only went to Arm Day, you know?
oh. Oh my
Had the
god.
H3T, the little truck one.
Oh
They-
yeah, the trucks.
It is a good car for say it's a first starter car. Would be great.
Moving
I mean,
trucks.
yeah, it's a solid because it's a GM, it's a Trailblazer.
I have a
mean,
Hummer.
It's a narco
So-
car.
Arnold Schwarzenegger wouldn't drive
It's like a
one
narco car. That, the Escalade ESV.
from the era. Yeah.
Was it the Trailblazer? Was the Silverado
So
ESV also?
the
SUV thing?
yep, they
Oh,
actually
yeah.
sold for a lot of money. Oh my god.
EXT.
Yeah, 20 grand.
The last one just sold a 2007 model year H3, 20,000 miles in Ohio, sold for 20 grand. The rest on this whole lineup for sold.
Under-
It's by the same
Yeah,
by the
peaking.
same guy.
Yeah, 8,500, 14,000 on Bring a Trailer.
The
Yeah.
same dude owns all of them.
They all look the same.
So they cost about as much as a Trailblazer too.
John, go back. They're all in the same place. Indianapolis, Indianapolis, Indianapolis.
That's
Oh, wow.
true. Interesting. Oh,
Someone-
that's because that was at the same sale. That was at a Meekum sale.
Oh, someone likes Hummers.
Yeah, somebody's really cornering that H3 market.
The next one we have is the Aston Martin Lagonda. That is probably the ugliest Aston Martin I've ever seen.
I kind of like them.
Lagonda?
Just because they're quirky.
You should also explain.
Have you ever seen the steering wheel?
You should
Hold on,
explain.
hold on.
Explain.
Yeah, we saw one when we went to.
You should explain this car to people because like 99% of people have no clue what this is.
Yeah, maybe we should.
You should explain it.
I mean,
That is an
But
awesome
we did see one when we went to
our
RM
options
Sotheby's.
Yeah, RM Sotheby's.
Was that one in Rocky? No, the Rocky car was
I'm pretty sure Mike Tyson had one of these.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I'm trying to find you guys
No, it was a
information
Maserati
on this. So it was powered by a 5.3 liter V8 engine. It was their new four-door saloon, styled by William Towns. It had extensive use of electronic controls. There's your issue right there. They still have extensive, like, they're not reliable. They drop in value. But I love Aston Martins. But
I mean, at the current time, humans have extensive use of electronic controls that fail regularly.
they still do bring pretty strong money if they're nice. So the last one that just sold was a month ago for almost $80,000.
Sheesh.
We could take a look at it and see what it looks like.
I know Aston Martin is.
I wanna show you
working
the
with,
interior.
Mercedes. Who were they working with for that one?
Oh, they've been bounced around so many times. They were with
I'm
Ford
gonna
for a
open
long
it up
time.
so you can see it.
They were with Tata for a while, bought them, and then now they're owned.
I'm opening the
Then
list.
they were owned by some other company for a while. I forgot who it was.
Jeez.
Yeah, they bounced
We gotta
around.
pop
Wait
up
till you see the interior. Look at that.
It's because
look at that interior.
That's dope. It's because there's a small company.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. It's pretty cool.
The car looks cool.
I think
Yeah.
it's a cool
You see
car.
the brakes?
It's super long.
They're
Yeah.
directly to the actual pumpkin of the differential.
Inboard.
Inboard brakes. Yep.
What?
79,000 is sold for.
This sold for 79,000. This is a nice car.
Why is it on the list?
Because it's ugly.
It's yeah. It was. We only had a minute to decide.
Well, yeah.
Oh, this
number
one.
8 is Felix's idea, and why is that on the list? That's what I
disagree
want.
with this one.
You have to
Number
say-
8, Pontiac Aztec.
Let's. All right. Am I going next?
Yeah, you can go.
All right. I'm gonna skip ahead because I think number 8 and 9 we could probably talk about a little bit more. Number 10 would be the Ford Pinto. What a
That's-
mess that car was.
That's the one that blew up when you run into it, right?
Isn't it also
They
an
caught
AMC
on fire.
AMC Gremlin was the competition?
Yep.
yeah.
They had to. So the recall was to put a rubber grommet on the bolts that were next to the gas tank. So if you rear-ended this car
It would
without
punch-
it, they would
Oh.
puncture the gas tank and cause a spark, and it would explode. There's
Surprise.
videos of it. We could show you that.
Surprise.
I need proof.
There is a cult following on these. They do bring a lot of
There's a
money if
cult
they're
following
really
on a
really
lot of
nice, or if
things.
they're hot rodded. So people put V8s in them.
I'm sure we could start a cult following.
I would totally, if we find a cool one, I would buy one of these. I think it'd be cool to put on the turntable.
Is that one a panel side?
Jordan Bupp's
The Squire
It's a Squire wagon.
his team manager has
The
a
last one.
Man,
SCCA
I get
one
money,
set
I
up
spend it
Oh,
on
yeah.
for sale.
They use them all
So
the
if you-
time in.
if you want to get a race car,
No.
Ford
And it's
Pinto race car.
modified.
I also
Look
own
at
things
the-
that
look
are
at the sale price on
terrible
the last.
financial decisions.
It's $24,000, but that one has extensive modifications. These were rear-wheel drive too, so you could make some.
Yeah, there's one.
You
isn't
could
there
have
one-
some fun with
There's
them.
one in Fast and the Furious. No, it's a Javelin.
Yeah, it's a Javelin.
Javelin.
No, Gremlin.
There are some cool ones here, but last sale price $24,000. If it's an original example, around $13,000. And I'll show you how they look, so you can get an idea. That's it right there.
Look at that classy
And
piece of
let's
machinery.
view the listing so you can see how beautiful the interior is.
Imagine that picking up, picking to pick you up on a
Look at
Friday
this
night.
guy. Oh,
Automatic.
you know what they did? They took it in black and white, so you couldn't see how ugly
Nah.
the interior was.
Nah, can you imagine that thing pulling up and hitting the?
Look at that rear glass. Look at that. Do you see this?
Yo, can
Is
you
anybody-
imagine
I
changing
mean,
that
look
rear
at that.
Wow.
That back glass.
Imagine
Bro.
having to change that.
You just totaled the car out.
That,
Yeah. At
that looks
point.
like one bad conversation away from just a bad day. I hate it here. Oh.
All right, so the next one is going to be, since we skipped, the
What?
LM002, which is a Lamborghini truck.
The thing is,
which
he's-
I don't think honestly should be on the
he's
list.
too
But Felix
young.
said it.
Felix.
Baby.
Felix.
You
He's
guys
a
like that car
baby.
'cause it's a
Felix.
Lambo?
Explain yourself.
Where is it at?
Right here.
Explain yourself.
So you
That
guys
is
like car 'cause
amazing.
You like it because it's a Lambo, but it's ugly.
No, it's
Looks
not.
wrong.
That is.
What are you talking about? That's a Rivian R1T right there.
That thing
And
is what Rambo would
a
drive.
Cadillac ESV and a Silverado
And an
EXT,
H1.
Look at the
and an
hood bulge.
H3T.
Oh, the hood bulge.
The hood
Oh,
bulge.
that's what I was missing. I didn't see it.
All-wheel drive,
Check out the
manual
bulge.
transmission.
Ginormous hood bulge. Holy-
Lamborghini V12.
That thing is amazing.
That thing is freaking amazing.
Enormous.
And we
I don't
have
even know.
sold one of those, right?
No, I've never sold an LM.
Didn't you? You didn't have one? Oh,
No.
well, I'm sorry. I take that back.
Right where's
Yeah,
that?
I would love to have had one.
Huge bulge.
They have a whole bunch right now. So the Monterey auction's
Wait.
going on. I'm sure they have one over there.
Well, the thing is, Felix is too young to know that Lamborghinis
Blah,
are tractors.
blah, blah.
Yeah, Lamborghini started off as a
Look
tractor
at that.
company.
The
They were a
tires
tractor
are
company.
specific
Fire,
for the
dude.
car.
That is so cool.
Can you imagine not going very fast in that thing?
It goes fast.
They're not fast.
It was 0 to 60, I think, in 6.2 seconds.
6.2 years, maybe.
The cool factor's there. I still think it's ugly.
That's true.
Well,
People like
let me
bugs
tell you.
and me.
I
how
feel that way
think
about
you're
a
wrong.
mule.
So you know what they're selling for still?
Too much money.
The most recent sale was $434,000.
Ready? Check where it was.
This was in Berkshire, Great Britain. 10,000 miles.
We should go do a review on one of those.
But still, another comp in California on Bring a Trailer sold 7 months ago for $325,000.
Wait, they were manual?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
we should go do a review on one of those.
Cool.
Yeah.
Because I know where that one is.
In Miami.
No, I know where that one is.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. We should go do a review on one. I know where there's a white one too.
And then the last one on our list, which I'm gonna have a cracker because I deserve one. Would you like a cracker?
The Holden Monaro. I mean,
Was it a Monaro?
We made
I don't
Gloria
think it
go
was a
get
Monaro.
this,
I know it
this jelly.
the jelly.
I don't think you're
So the last one is the Cadillac Catera.
Yes.
That was GM's partnership with Holden, trying to make a little more
It's a Cadillac sports sedan.
Yeah, sporty. This was like essentially the CTS-V before the CTS came out.
Yeah, it was like, I'm turning 45. I have 2 kids, but I want a sports sedan.
I want
but I
something
need it to
sporty.
be classy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's
And
and
affordable.
it's also 2001.
I did like the taillights.
So it was rear wheel drive, and you can get a stick.
I kind of liked them.
You guys know what it was, right?
They
I'll
just
tell you
weren't-
why
you
do
know what
wanna-
it was. You know what it turned into, right, John?
What?
It just turned into the GTO. That's what it is.
It's similar, yeah.
It's the same frames.
I want to go over the list of issues that this car has.
Can we get a picture of this thing?
Well, that's
The Cadillac Catera?
You don't know what
the
the
coolest
Catera
thing you've
looks
ever
like?
seen in your life, bro.
Hold on, I'll pull it up for you.
I've never seen a cooler car.
It's not that cool.
It's better than the
I like
Pontiac
'em.
Aztec.
There it is.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a.
Really hyped you up there, didn't I?
Mhm.
Just to let you down.
Most normal looking car.
Let's go over the list.
they
of
are the
issues.
most normal looking.
So,
Just normal.
70 people have reported coolant and oil leaks. So this is like one of those Repair Pal sites where people talk about issues with the car. So if you're going to buy a car, this is something you look at before you purchase it if it's used.
Or watch one of our videos and we'll tell you what's
Yeah.
wrong with it.
We have done a nice video in regards to what to look out for buying used cars. This one, engine performance problems due to crankshaft
What, it's
position
slow?
sensor failures.
Ooh.
Oil pressure issues, vacuum leak issues.
Engine
Shifter may
performance
not
is
go into
slow.
park.
Oh, that's no problem.
Oh, what?
Shifter not going in the park.
That's cool. Just put the
That's
brake on.
fine.
Put it in neutral.
It's a pretty big list. Hot water control valves may leak.
Shifter not going in the park, but it's thick.
Well, for the automatics.
Going to park.
But yeah, that's our closeout there.
I mean, if you guys can think of any other cars that are just vehicular abominations,
Don't
Like-
belong in the road.
not the Lamborghini LM 002, but anything else, leave us a comment.
Yep.
Because we'd like to talk some more about this and teach young Felix over here about
I didn't think I would
decent cars.
enjoy talking so much crap about these cars.
Hear me out, for real. Look in the camera. Looking right in the camera. You right there, camera. If you have a Pontiac Aztec, please let us know.
Yeah, a yellow.
Yellow or guards red. Who were they fooling?
It's not
a Porsche.
It's not guards red.
Almost there, but yeah, bring it. Come on, Aztec. Rendezvous we'll take, but after we exhaust all the Aztec.
But I don't know about you guys.
avenues.
I am hungry and
I'm Emil. Nice
Yeah,
to meet you.
I keep eating those crackers and I want to try that jelly.
Let's pop it up. You can eat
I
it.
think you're ready.
All right.
for
Jelly.
this
What do we
jelly.
got here? Yeah.
You get a little bit of that jelly.
Give me some jelly.
me some
Tabasco.
Tabasco pepper jelly,
Yep.
My Will's jelly.
sugar
I
water,
love jelly with cheese.
sugar water,
See?
vinegar,
Oh, show.
red and green peppers,
Oh,
pepper mash, and Tabasco.
Tabasco.
Mmm.
I'm excited.
This sounds delicious versus
Delicioso.
burning.
Oh my gosh.
It's gonna make that noise when you pop it.
You want me to help you
Yeah.
pop it open?
It's warm in here. My hands
Delicioso.
are sweaty. Here.
Real man's hands.
Your hands are sweaty? My hands are hands.
Ooh.
He loosened it up for you.
Yeah. Here, I'll give you a little.
Case I
Let
don't
me
fall
get. Let me get some on here for you. Would you
Service
like me to
with a
serve you?
smile.
Would you like me to serve you? There you go.
My favorite part of this job is watching you guys make bad decisions and stuff.
No, it's not hot.
Oh, it's not?
Yeah. Feed it like
I
a
don't-
communion.
It's really good. Let me give you some of this.
Dramatic fourth wall break.
How's the texture? How's the texture? You got to talk about
You
that.
have to bring up the texture.
Good.
Good.
You want another one?
Yes, please.
Oh man, those crackers remind me of my grandma's house. She always had like a
That's
fresh pack.
solid jelly.
Yeah, it's good jelly.
Isn't jelly not supposed to be solid?
Well, if you guys enjoyed this content, please be sure to click like and subscribe below. We're going to get back to work here. If you guys think of any ideas about cars that we should have on this list, leave a comment below. Over and out. Let's get back to work.
See you guys.
Bye.
He fell asleep. That's how bad it was.
Are you sleeping too?
Don't fall asleep. Oh, it's good.
You all right?
I just choked on the
That was actually really good.
yeah
That is good.
Tabasco.